Everybody, and welcome back to Vampire Therapist. It's been a very long while since I made a video about this. Yeah, so we are back into this. We've met one very stressful client of Andromachos. We are going to continue right now what we set out to do last time. As usual, my camera is going to be moving all over the place because there's not this game is not streamer friendly, even though there are streamer friendly options in there. Yeah, so we're going to continue, and as a reminder, this is all being recorded on Twitch, so if you hear me talking to people off stream, it's because I've got a chat right now. So yeah, join in. I don't know if there's going to be any kind of level of editing from me, but yeah. Let's go. Let's jump in. Let's continue. I love this game so far. First time was really good. I want to continue to do this. I want to finish this entire game. Might take a little longer before we get to do that. But anyways, love the music. Let's go. Maybe my pumpkins are a little bit in the way, I think. So let's remove those. There we go. All right, let's go.
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Me neither. There we go. That's going to be better.
Evidence stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight. Your next client has been known to be somewhat difficult. Here, look at her intake form.
Okay, hold on. I'm just going to see if I can. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, this should be good enough, I think.
Isabella Deste. Dang, she's got some funny tasting hats.
Oh, let's switch it again. As much as I love the music, here we go. All right, Isabella Deste, 550 years old, female, origin Renaissance. Oh my god, she's gonna be a problem. Isabella Deste was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, and Michelangelo. She received her humanist education, knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She comes from a highly aristocratic background, but has endured considerable family issues through generations. She states that she is undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and unlife have both been meaningless. Suggestion: be exceedingly polite.
I think you should get along quite well then.
Walked right into that one.
Hey, Jinal! Hello!
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most influential families in Europe. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world. Some say that she was the model for the Mona Lisa.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
Just gotta again. Yeah, I think we're gonna be good like that. That should be nice.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
If you say so.
If you say so.
You can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are not alone, but I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel. Oh, and do be polite.
Ah?
Goodness. So you are the new therapist Andromachos told me of. I was not expecting someone so rugged.
I didn't expect a bitch. Okay, right. No. Do be polite. Yo! How many clams you had to destroy to get all them pearls?
Sam Walls at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
Oh! Wow! Wow! Okay. Okay. Is the volume good enough to hear? I just bump it up a little bit. Just bump it up a little bit. Oh no. All right, scene Nora. All right, Sin Nora. All right, scene Yura. No. That all right, this one.
All right, see Nora.
No, I have not seen any Nora.
Oh, come on.
Well, who's Nora?
Ignoremos. It is Senora. Senora.
Well, jeez, you don't have to be so mean.
Then say it properly.
Damn.
Senora. Say it.
Expelliarmus.
Signora.
Senora. Senora.
Signora?
Porca miseria. This is not going to be easy, is it?
Therapy ain't never easy, Signora.
So, therapy is always easy then.
I said it ain't never easy, Signora.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech is so diabolical?
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Signora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Damn. Exceedingly polite to a T. Damn. Stream elements. Why did you decide to post these emotes like this? What? Anyways. Now she don't want to chop your balls off. She's a freaky one, I know it. Oh yeah, probably.
I'm just here to help, Signora. It says here on your intake forms that you've been having a tough time lately.
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
Oh, is that why you're being rough on me? It's because you're feeling a little bit useless. Now you want to prop yourself up to be like to feel a little bit more little bit more important.
So what set off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Hey, I love the cinema.
Bond with her over movies, over actors, over Hollywood glam. I'm not gonna go with Hollywood glamour. She looks like the material type that would bond over the actors rather than the movies.
Hot dang, them actors can really light up the screen sometimes. I'll admit, I'm pretty into the celebrity gossip scene. Who's hooking up with who, who's making waves.
Oh.
I can't get enough of it.
A foolish obsession. One must appreciate art, not the artist. If common mortals knew what Caravaggio had done in his free time, they would burn every one of his paintings.
What? Caravaggio was a freak?
They'd have to know who Caravaggio is first.
Oh? Do you know who Caravaggio is?
I've opened a history book once in a while.
Maybe let's get back to talking about what it was you saw at the cinema.
It was a most terrible film, one that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
Oh, chat. Okay. What movie is she talking about? What movie is gonna get burned now? Like, there's a burn coming for a movie. Like, we know it. So what is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like, I don't know, like Gone with the Wind? Metropolis. Yo, topical Cthulhu. Is it gonna be like Twilight? Are you gonna be like still a better love story than Twilight? Um, 5 years later. What was 5 years ago? Like, that was in the public market, you know, that was good enough. Like, I'm going for vampire movies, of course, but, you know, no, something, it's gotta be like something a little bit more popular. Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah, it's gotta be Twilight, right? It's gotta be Twilight. All right.
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of the first films. There was a train coming right for the audience. We thought we were dead for sure.
This film was not powerful, it was meaningless. It said nothing, did nothing, less than nothing, as loudly and garishly as possible.
Oh. Loudly and garishly? Oh, maybe it's not Twilight. I don't know what it is.
And the audience, fools that they were, cheered, applauded this desecration of the mind.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth. This life that I cling to has no purpose.
I can't wait to know which one it is.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Space Walker.
Oh. I did not expect that. That came out of left field. Oh my god. I still haven't watched them. I still haven't watched like the latest, like the end of the latest trilogy. I just saw the first one and it was just like, all right, we can still make a Star Wars movie and that's good. I did not watch the other two just mainly because I didn't have the opportunity to watch them. But I like, now that enough time has passed and people got like, you know, applied a little bit of cream in their feelings and all of that, you know, maybe I can watch them and appreciate them for what they are or what they're not or whatever. Anyways, this is clearly Rise of Skywalker.
Well, wait a minute. Space Wars, the big science fiction franchise?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diets.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Yeah.
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art.
You know, that's exactly how I feel whenever I watch so good it's bad movies. It's just like, why do you spend so much time on this frickin' drivel? I'm just like, it's not drivel. I know it's bad. Trust me, I know it's bad. But there are still things that you can learn, things that you can appreciate. Even from movies by Neil Breen. Anyways.
But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
What? What? What do you mean literally exactly who I thought of? Neil Breen? Yeah. Yeah. Where can I see the... Oh, okay, yeah. I need to remember what these are. So it's her saying like, oh no, it's my things. It's not disqualifying the positive. It is all I ever was. It is it control fallacy or labeling? I forget. Nope.
For such a complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Signora d'Este, are they not, Samuel?
You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
Oh,
for such a complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Signora
Okay, yeah.
You see,
Okay, I get it.
now.
It's got to be Nosferatu
My
showing.
attempts to
You don't seem that dead to me. We're having this conversation, ain't we? You ain't just lying there decomposing.
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Yes, absolutely, 100%. Yep. It's absolutely not also because you totally deserve it. You do not totally deserve to be talked to in this absolutely like way and manner.
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
All the world benefited? There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences. You can't get them all, can you?
But I could, once upon a time.
Oh, the whole thing of like, you know, there was a time where I was really good. I was really good at something. I used to be really good at Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt was nice. Blood Hunt was good. I was the best. People looked up to me.
You can't reach everybody, Signora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about the so-called great masters.
Yes, they did. It's just that people aren't like super incredibly knowledgeable of everything all of the time. Like, the culture isn't like, I have a bigger discussion about culture that can happen right here, culture and art, because I know a lot about that stuff. But, you know, it's not because like you call something a classic that it's a classic for everyone. Even though you might think that it should be a classic for everyone, it does not mean that everyone's going to consider it a classic, even if you show it to them, or that they need to like even like respect or acknowledge that it's going to be a classic. Like, they don't need to do that. Like, I personally have a respect for things that people know of, like, you know, like the Mona Lisa, or you're gonna say like the first Alien movie like is a classic, and it is for me. And in the terms of history and cinema knowledge, yeah, the first Alien movie is a classic, like by all different terms of the definition. Like, it was groundbreaking. But there's some people that I know of that still haven't seen Alien. Like, does that mean that they are necessarily uncultured because they don't know of that movie? Like, does that mean that I should have a lesser opinion of them? No, it's just, you know, you've got a certain amount of time that you can consume a certain amount of information, and you can also consume a certain amount of entertainment. You know, it's just like right now, what you're doing right now, either you're on Twitch taking the time to watch my stream, you are making a choice of what kind of entertainment you want to watch. Or if you're on YouTube, there's so many videos. There's a bajillion million videos that are being put there all the time. You decide to click on this one and see exactly what I'm doing. Like, does that mean that you're uncultured because you're listening to Khalior? You might be, okay? And I'm not gonna talk about that right now, okay? But I'm just gonna say, like, you know, this is a whole bunch of stuff. You know, when you're telling people, oh, you've never seen this? Oh my God, how come you've never seen this before? This movie before? It's like, well, no, it just happens. There's, you know, Hollywood and everyone else around the world keep throwing entertainment at us. We have to make a choice all the time. And thanks for watching. Exactly.
We only know what we know. But you were saying.
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
Come on now. Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for.
Yeah.
I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
Oh, that's a grand statement.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
Exactly my point.
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
No, it's one of the functions of art. Art can have meaning. It can. That's the thing about art. Art can have a different meaning depending on who's experiencing the art. It can have many different things, and it can be absolutely meaningless to one person, and it can be like a pile of gold to another person, and it can be a pile of shit to another person, and it can be just like, you know, kind of cool, put it on a t-shirt, sell it at the gift shop for another one. Like, it doesn't, like, it can be for you if that's what you want it to be, but you're not gonna force art meaning on everyone.
Oh. Ha! For 3,000 years, I have been told what things must be, and every single time, those ideals have been proven wrong.
It's a should statement.
It should not be so.
Sorry.
Art should have...
You're saying art should have meaning and purpose. But does all art need those things?
What is the purpose of creation otherwise?
Oh, I'm gonna have arguments. I'm gonna throw hands with you.
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
It is a pointless reason.
You're putting that focus. You're imposing your view on everyone else.
Well, maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Makrai, kill her. I don't like her. Absolutely.
Perhaps you should.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Oh, speak like a peasant. You speak like a uppity person of high class who looks down upon other people. Finn, maybe she needs to see the pic of Mona Lisa with "bitch, you better have my money" from my son's wall. No way. Is that true? Is that a real thing?
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
Where's the option for yes? Where's the option for yes? I don't see it. It should be there, right? Where's the option for yes? Go walk into the sun, lady. It's not there. Damn it. Okay. That's labeling.
Now, why have you got to go and call yourself names?
They are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
Oh, are we doing this thing? Are we doing the guilt complex now? It's like All right, I'm gonna go away, Mom. All right, you're just gonna leave me all alone here. That's okay. I'm just gonna. You can't go. No, you can't go. I'm just gonna be alone and die here, and no one's gonna know if I'm alive or dead or not. It's like, shut up.
Is that all you are?
This is how I am defined by the world.
What?
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. Allow me to continue.
No, shut the fuck. That's all I needed from you.
You know, you make me sound rather mad.
Yeah.
Like an old woman, railing at the world, screaming into the void, all to no purpose.
You know what? Actually, spitting bars here. Spitting bars.
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself. It ain't no surprise that you're going to be disappointed over and over again.
You know, Sam, we're supposed to therapize her, okay? Leave me out of this, okay? Absolutely leave me out of this. It's her. We're talking about her here. God damn. Games sometimes, right?
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
What?
What happened when you were 16?
I got married.
Oh. You know what? Props to you. Props to you. Like, it's probably was very, oh no. I was just thinking how old was he? How old was he?
I think I get it.
Yeah.
You absolutely do not get it. You are a man.
What?
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband. He taught me the meaning of disappointment.
That's when you understood the meaning of the word flaccid? Is that it?
He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction.
Okay.
But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all.
So basically you found yourself a goth boyfriend who decided to go like, you need to exclude everyone and you need to be better than everyone else. I'm gonna introduce you to the Leve Satanism, and then you're gonna be like, I follow these rules and I'm gonna be better than everyone else.
Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aims.
Yeah, always be disappointed by everyone and everyone. Yeah, I know. Why aren't you wearing more black? Why aren't you wearing more black, honestly?
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality and a questioning mind, not slavish devotion to tradition.
Yep. Getting the goth vibes here.
This world is not Eden, but it could be. Or so I thought.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
I don't know where she's going with this. You mean being nudists? You mean being vampires? You mean being Italian? What is our true nature? Is it to be incredibly in the nude? Is it to be vampires? Is it to be Italian? I wish there was something like about like Italian dressing in there. Being nudists.
You mean being nudists?
An utterly disgusting and prurient notion. Genitalia should be covered at all times.
But you should cover your face. No, anyways, no.
Oh boy, you sound like a politician from my home state.
Whoa! 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 A little American burn there. A little American burn. Oh my god, my fingers, my fingies. Oh my god.
Your politicians are very wise.
No, they're not.
I ain't so sure about that.
Yeah, thank you.
They are at least sensible enough to know the purpose of the penis is procreation, not exhibition.
I mean, there are some politicians who do not think that way. Fib.
Such a thing is not in God's image.
Oh yes, there's a vine leaf placed in front of the. Oh, anyway.
Will, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
To find the pathway to God, we need to put on a record by a band named Led Zeppelin. They will send you on the stairway to heaven. It is the only way to get.
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God by fulfilling our human potential to be the greatest souls possible.
You really think we've got that much control, Senora? All we got to do is be perfect, and then we've got our pathway to the Almighty?
Oh no, she's an evangelical. Finn, tell her wash her mouth with so saying the penis word is not for a lady like her. Yeah. But then you can also do something with the penis. Where's my mind going? No. Okay. Oh no. Oh, we gotta do perfect. That's our pathway to the Almighty. What do we have to do then, Senora? Wear purity rings?
Yes, it seems quite clear to me.
Senora, if that's how it is, it ain't no wonder you ain't forgiving yourself or anyone for the slightest mistakes. I would ask myself if anyone really has that much control. But keep talking.
I like the but keep talking is like, you know, I don't think that anyone's able to keep up with that, with that strict rule of just like being perfect all the time. But okay, I hear you. Just keep yapping.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
Chastity belts?
You know, there have been many entities over time that have tried to control humanity. They have all failed, and the Senora would do well to remember it.
Or AC/DC Highway to Hell as she likes.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts.
So that's control.
You've been around a while, Senora. In all that time, when have we mastered ourselves and our baser instincts?
Yeah, it's kind of like the ideal of perfection, okay? Whenever some people like bring in the idea of perfection or something being perfect, or doing advertisement for things that seem perfect, it's your goal is not to obtain it. The pathway to a goal is exactly that. It's not ever to reach the goal. It's it's Icarus burning his wings. Okay, you're not supposed to get too close to your ideal, not supposed to get close to the sun, because you're gonna burn yourself. And it is always to be able, it's kind of like a tug of war between the state of what it could be and the state of what it is. You can always improve what it is by going towards what it should be, or what you want, what you like it to be in a perfect world. But your goal is never to be able to reach it. It's to get closer to it, and not stress yourself about the fact that you can never reach it, because the goal, you're never meant to reach it. You're never going to be able to reach that goal, because it's one of those goals like perfection, like reaching the sun, that it's a goal that is intrinsically, by its own nature, it is unobtainable. You need to realize that with some things. And once you manage to realize that, you like your perception of things like becomes like softened. You can still push yourself as much as possible to reach that idea or to be close as you can to that ideal, but it's not something that is meant to be reached. You're not supposed to be able to touch it. Sorry, I'm getting really deep here, especially when I said to touch it.
Not a single day. Men especially have no bottom to their depravity.
I can assure to you, madam, men do have a bottom.
All right, fair enough. So us fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy to think that's gonna change because of you. Well, let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
The world is very dark to our dear Senora, is it not, Samuel? I did not know my own life was so devoid of meaning.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are...
The world is very dark to our dear Senora, is it not, Samuel?
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
Listen, I came here for hot vampires, not to be fixed by the streamer. No, that's for out thinking.
Hold up just a sec there, cowpoke.
This
you
lady
really think
ain't
all
hot,
we can do is sow death and destruction?
I do not poke cows. Do I look like a farmer?
No, but you might look like a cow that needs to be poked. Maybe... Maybe a little poking could probably get her in a better mood. I regret saying that comment immediately.
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the greater arc of history.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless. That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you what. But let's continue.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Our esteemed client is very good at coming up with names for others, isn't she?
Okay.
Perhaps you can call her out on this behavior.
I have always known...
Okay.
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for kicking people out of the Garden of Eden.
And you're not a snake, are you? Do you, let me look at, do you get your tongue out once in a while? Are you moving like this? That was me in my chair trying to make look like a snake. I miss playing this game.
Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls and saggy features. Would you let me into the Garden of Eden?
I don't know. I mean, is it where I'm going? Am I going to the Garden of Eden? Just let me know, like, which, are you going to heaven or hell? Because, like, wherever you're going, I'm not. Like, I'm going to the opposite.
Well, sure,
That's a
why
trick
the heck
question.
not?
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
Definitely not heading there after the stream. Hey, you never know. I don't know what the rules are.
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, Senora, you gotta go easy on yourself with them labels. Well, let's keep talking, though.
I have always known we should act with dignity if we would take our place at God's side once more.
I think this here's the meat of it, Senora. The filet mignon.
Oh God, I hate you for saying this. I hate you. The filet mignon. God, since Lilith isn't in Eden, I will prefer hell. I mean, mother.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
Why, the greatest thinkers of history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero, Aquinas.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
The guy was just like, yo, they're dead. What do I give a fuck about what they think? He went like, Plato worms, am I right? Fee in German is fairy, so it's worth for me. Feel, oh my God. I just got filet. Okay. Damn, Finn.
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy? That by pointing out my distortions, you have won?
Won?
That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life. Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God, once we reach the end, we would discover that he, too, was a work of fiction.
Then what's your point? Lay, if he could be nice. Okay, Finn. Okay. Damn.
When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety, intelligence. God himself is a lie.
You're going around in circles, ma'am. Ma'am, you're good. She just likes being difficult. Yeah, I mean, yeah, right. She's got like her own structures of thought of like how we should see the world, how we should elevate things all around us. It's just a big construct.
I see. So you've lost your faith.
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body. Beauty and truth are lies. Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence.
I'm gonna disagree with one and agree with the other.
While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality.
They do not leech my vitality by making Star Wars. What are you talking about?
And to think, they call me judgmental, while they created the false ideal to judge against.
Woof.
You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
Incredibly! I've never seen anyone judge more than you. You're doing nothing but judging. Yes, absolutely. Oh my God. You know what? There you go.
I wouldn't put it that way exactly. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself.
Yeah, that's usually the case.
I know you got raised with all them high ideals, so of course you're getting disappointed when nobody can reach them.
Yeah.
That's some heavy pressure. Not just on them, but on yourself.
Yeah.
I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction?
I mean, put the pressure in the right place, it's gonna bring me satisfaction. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Chad? You know what I'm saying, Chad?
We can't always control what things are gonna be.
This is not acceptable.
Hold on, I know this one. What the heck she mean it's unacceptable to not be in control? Let's say that again, Senora. I got some bad news for you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself.
You can't ban me from my own stream. I have the power.
I suggest we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
What? Did you just say the world is based? What the fuck? Someone call movement buff. I don't think this lady even knows satisfaction. Finn, you want to help with this? Oh my god. Where am I going?
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? You're gonna strip all the color out of the world if you keep doing that. The world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back at me.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
Oh, she just called me an idiot? Damn.
Thanks, I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said. We will meet again in exactly 4 weeks. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, indeedy, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Senora Deste quite well.
What? That was just... I just did one click. And she just like poofed? Or was it him that came back in mini bats? I don't know what happened. She's crazy and lonely? No, I don't. She's not crazy. She's not crazy at all.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella Deste hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
Hates my guts. I like the way that he said that. She hates my guts.
That I believe.
Older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective.
Yes.
Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Yeah, the whole thing of like, as you grow older, you get more conservatives.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Senora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand for it. I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would. I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
You don't need to tell me twice. All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself. Excellent work tonight. Rest in peace.
Oh yeah, this is supposed to be fixed now. There we
I
go.
think that's enough abuse for one night. I could use a drink and a quiet night.
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Your daughter.
My horse, actually. She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
This guy's funny. This guy's funny.
You didn't answer my question, Gunslinger. What's got you down?
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
You're a lawyer?
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card. You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
That's a lady. Yeah. Crimson's a very cool character.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society Renaissance woman.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
Oh yeah, she heard me.
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about. And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the W? What, the wagon?
Oh, come.
The win, Gramps. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
You're probably right. I guess I'll take the W. And while you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
Okay. Oh, this is cringe. This is cringe. Ah! W's in chat. W in chat.
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
I think I'll have some takeaway tonight. What have you got?
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
Which cheeks? Be specific.
You really ain't squeamish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Not even Bert?
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear? He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets aggressive or touchy with the customers.
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
Maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing.
Teddy Roosevelt would have eaten. Actually, yeah, that fits with Teddy Roosevelt. Now that I think about it.
Speaking of which, I got a thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a little rest. But you have a good night, Crimson.
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Time to crack open a warm one.
He's using the joke. Crack open a warm one with the cold ones.
That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little inspiration. Or I could watch the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch. Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
We should watch it. Read some thorough. All right, let's go with some thorough.
My profession is to be always on the alert, to find God in nature, to know his lurking places. I always like that quote. I ain't a God-fearing kind, but it's true. There's a natural beauty behind the man-made world if you know where to look. Isabella D'Este's all culture and breeding, but underneath, she's got her vulnerable and beautiful humanity too. I just gotta remember that.
I'm sorry, she's all culture and breeding? Wait, she's all culture and breeding? Okay, no, I mean what it means. I'm just playing it. I'm just playing like I don't know. All right.
All right, that's enough for one night. Time for some rest. I hope my next climb will be a little easier.
Oh, you wish.
Samuel, good evening. I
Oh,
am
checkpoint.
glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
Uh-oh, something tells me I'm in for it tonight.
The truth is seldom unseen by you, my friend. Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges a therapist can face. The fact that you may not be able to help everyone. In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular disposition many times.
Oh, so after taking a W, we're gonna take a big L?
Hey, I'm new at this. You're nigh on 3,000 years old. If you can't help them, how can I?
It is not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion itself. I believe you know it. Come now, Samuel, you are more capable than this. What distortion is it to believe that we cannot help anyone?
That's...
Yeah, all right, control fallacy, I know. I can help some folk.
That's right. Here, take a look at this case file.
Theater feller, huh? I've known a few of them in my time. They can be a little, self-absorbed.
theater person in my video game. All right, for the people who don't know me, I have a theater background, so I'm gonna take this personally, absolutely 100%. All right, Edmund Kean, 237, male, British. Edmund Kean was a highly influential Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He is credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sex scandals, and entitled behavior. Oh, so he's perfect for Twitch. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics who might review him poorly. He demands respect as the greatest actor the world has ever seen. Oh, God.
He's looking for therapy because people don't like him, it says?
He is one of the most revered actors in all of history.
And that's why you've never heard of him.
So he might have a few cognitive distortions.
A few. He may not recognize them, Samuel, but all you can do is present reality to him. He comes. Remember, I will give you whatever advice I can. Good luck, my friend.
I hope I'm up to this.
Yeah. I like how they just like
is
disappear.
This vampire I see before me?
Oh, God.
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, your bearing, your hat. You also are forgotten by time. Oh, how fortuitous! A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
Tarnation. Can't get a break with this here hat of mine.
No, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith. Faith, my dear vampire, that you can help me.
I'm gonna do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Okay.
Don't do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul. You journey into my pain at your peril, and I cannot be your Virgil.
Oh, do not quote Dante at me.
You're who now? Anyway, you wrote in your intake form that you're here because...
Mortals don't appreciate you. You're confused about your sexuality. Your dressing room is too small. What? I kinda want to troll. But it's probably because his dressing room is too small, I would imagine. You know what? Let's go with that.
You're confused about your sexuality.
Such mirth!
It ain't that, man.
What sort of actor would I be if I couldn't get into character?
I don't think they meant get inside characters.
Yo! What?
Oh, but that is very good.
Anyway, what I meant to say was... your dressing room's too small. Actors hate it when their dressing rooms are too small.
Indeed, and rooms have been shrinking by the day. The brutes do not understand that creativity requires space to spread out. But nay, my woes have already broken free of that small box. I am Pandora, beset by demons of my own unleashing.
And what are those demons?
Thou knowest, good therapist. Regard well my intake form. You surely know why I am here.
Yes.
Well, mortals don't appreciate you, you said.
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. They must die to appreciate life. As mortals, they cannot ask the immortal questions. What is life for us who do not live? Why are we here? Why do we continue? What do we do when death has no meaning? And what a piece of work is Vampire! How noble in stature, how infinite in life!
I'm curious. I want to know, hold on. Vampire therapist voice actors. I want to know if it's the one I'm thinking about. This is Edmund. What? Is there no... Oh, the credits aren't completed. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Oh, so... You know the vampire? That's Andromachus? You know, that goes like, Sam, do well with your next client. It's the same guy! It's the same guy who does this voice! That's voice acting.
All right, that's enough of that. Before we answer the question of why we're all here, well, that is, what exactly drove you to me, partner?
Nope.
Oh, that. Well, a pustule of a theater historian I recently seduced and killed sprang the seeds of doubt in mine corpus.
Really?
He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Kean, and I thought mayhap that I would favor him with a secret or two.
Okay.
He said my acting style would now be considered archaic.
Probably, yeah.
Though I drank him to the last, I fear his cruel barb was sharper than my fangs. This embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself. Are all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago? Help me purge these mortal concerns from my mind, dear man.
We're always gonna have doubts, compadre. That's normal. But I think I can help you see things a little differently. So, he said your acting's out of date. Why don't you just tell me why it bothered you so much?
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
Okay. Okay. No.
Edmund states that he is perfect. Even in the most generous evaluation of his skill, is such a thing possible?
No, it's not.
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
Sorry, fella, I gotta stop you for a second there. You really saying you're perfect?
Oh, not at all. I'm not a narcissist. I believe I would find myself quite inept at, say, street cleaning or dishwashing. But as far as acting is concerned, yes.
Okay.
If an actor be assessed, you would assess him on the scale of Edmund Kean.
Oh, come on. You ain't ever forgotten a line?
I suppose, on occasion, a line has left me due to circumstances beyond my control.
Yeah, as in, I forgot my line, but it's not my fault. That's what he's saying. Okay, I got a handle of them.
But that is the fault of alcohol, not of Edmund Kean.
Exactly.
So in those times you were drinking, you might not have been perfect. And the acting world kept on turning.
Oh, come now. I was clearly exercising some dramatic license. It is not so black and white.
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But keep talking. We got some more stuff to sort out.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Wait.
This is a special client. Remember that his distortions can be about others, not just himself.
Okay.
Oh, there are but the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
So you're saying modern actors are parrots?
Indeed. They are only mimics, and thus no better than a well-trained bird.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
My dear boy, they live such short lives. What else can they do but ape the words and actions of their forebears?
What?
But when you call them birds, you're just labeling them that. You ain't giving them a fair shot.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic license.
That seems like this is like the second time that he's been saying this.
But we're here to talk about truth, all right, compadre?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
You're saying only you can change the course of acting?
It is demonstrably true. There is acting before Edmund Kean, and there is acting after Edmund Kean.
My God.
But there's so many types of acting out there. I mean, I remember when vaudeville came out, but I don't think you had anything to do with that.
Vaudeville? Oh, like so many American arts, an art of the grotesque.
There we go.
You plunge a dagger into the heart of subtlety.
So you didn't have nothing to do with vaudeville?
Oh, devils below, no.
I mean, you got a little control fallacy, hombre. Mortals got wills of their own.
Indeed. I suppose I don't want any responsibility for the things the Americans create anyway.
You know, I don't know. One thing that I was doing when I started playing this game, I was expecting vampires. I was expecting a lot of talk. I was expecting a lot of, you know, issues with blood, like funny situations, all of that stuff. I was not expecting a huge amount of digs at Americans and America, like that many times. Like, damn.
These critics should honor me, as is my due.
Really?
All right, friend, let's start that again from the top. I think we got a lot to unpack.
Uh-huh.
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth, I am perfect.
Oh,
Edmund
wait.
states that he is perfect. Even in the most generous evaluation of his skill is such a thing possible.
Because it's simply...
Sorry, fella, I gotta stop you for a second there. You really saying you're perfect?
Oh, not at all. I'm not a narcissist. I believe I would find myself quite inept at, say,
Wait.
street cleaning or
Did we
dishwashing.
just go through that?
But as far as acting is concerned, yes. If an act...
Oh, come on. You ain't ever forgotten.
I suppose on
Wait, we've gone
occasion,
through this.
A line has left me, but that is the fault of alcohol.
So in those times you were drinking, you might not have been perfect.
Oh, come now.
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But keep...
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these
Okay.
times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
This is a special client.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
that he's this.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
This is a special
Oh,
client.
yeah.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes.
This is a special client.
Oh,
What-
there
what
are
did I-
celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Oh, disqualifying. Okay. Because I see. Okay. I was saying labeling because I thought that they were celebrated actors, but they're not celebrated actors because, like, he himself is labeling himself anyways. Nosferatu thinking it's because, like, it's saying that it's because, like, you're seeing black and white, so it's saying, like, they only shine because I shine. That's why I said like that. I said control fallacy because, you know, he's saying basically he's leading the way, so therefore he has control. You know, these are my reasonings. Like, I'm not just clicking for the sake of clicking. It's just because I think that I have a logical point of view about, like, what these concepts are attacking with, but this is disqualifying the positive.
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying that every actor's success comes straight from you?
Of course. Even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not been for my advancements.
Every single one of them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Well, I suppose one or two actors in the last 300 years have impressed me.
Wow.
Don't you think they deserve their own success?
I suppose mortals are owed their 15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. We are not monsters.
You, sir, are a vampire. You are therefore a monster.
But the actors of modern times, they are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
Oh, come on.
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me. These
Damn.
critics should honor me, as is my due.
So that's a should statement.
You're saying
Okay.
critics should honor you. Well, what happens if they don't?
Then they are not doing their jobs properly. I do not ask for
Okay.
their laudations without cause.
It's like this is a person that lives inside their own bubble with their own train of thought, their own reasoning of the world, and nothing's gonna change. There's a lot of similarities with the lady that we just talked to, but this one's even more like a, you know, like the same way that a conspiracy theorist like keeps thinking in circles.
But if a so-called critic does not recognize my contributions to the theater, what do they know of the theater?
There you go.
Maybe they just got different taste.
Uneducated taste, perhaps.
If they are just uneducated, why should they appreciate you?
An interesting point. I suppose I cannot blame them. Thou fiend! You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable.
You are here for that, sir.
I am here so you may help me cope with a world that has gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
No, that is exactly the purpose of what we're doing here.
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality. If we're gonna cope, we gotta be honest about the world.
And I say that you are a villain. I come to you in desperate need, and you respond by mocking my desperation.
Absolutely not.
Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know that I, as an actor, feel every sling and arrow more keenly?
Really, your pain is much more harder than everyone else in the world.
Art thou a therapist or a murderer that you would push me so to the brink? Do you want me to commit suicide?
I'm just saying, I never want people to die, but at the same time, there's a fireplace right there. There's enough space for you to get in there. Just saying.
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for this work. This fella's right. Why am I attacking him when I should be helping?
First of all, should statement. You will do what you will do, and that is all, Samuel. But look at the candles. What do you see?
The candles, they seem fine to me.
Look at the flames.
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the hell's going on?
Your client is very powerful. He has his own unique skills earned through the ages. His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it affects the world around him.
Actual gaslighting? Actual gaslighting! Whoever thought of that, though?
He is altering reality to fit his distortions. Be watchful, Samuel. Do not let him.
How do I stop it?
Be persistent, and above all, be honest. He does not control your reality.
I await your apology, sir.
I wasn't trying to rile you up none. I don't have anything to apologize for. Easy boy, easy. Like he's a horse or something. I don't have anything to apologize for.
I don't have anything to apologize for. All I did was point out some truths in the things you were saying. Now, if that makes you angry, fella, I don't know what to tell you.
You wound me, but I am strong. I persist. I fight.
Me every time that I'm trying to save Bloodhunt.
I know my worth, sir. I have fought and died for my art. I shall take my business elsewhere, and vampire society shall hear of your quackery.
Quack, quack, motherfucker.
Stop him, Samuel. It is not anger, but fear that drives him. Show him he has nothing to fear from you.
Now, I wasn't trying to rile you up none.
Yet I bared my undead soul to you, and you treated me like a pincushion with your sharp pricks.
Hey, who you calling a prick here?
Pricks ain't got nothing to do with this, Edmund.
And here I was saying that he was questioning his sexuality.
And now you seek to proposition me? Of course, it always goes like this. To you, I am a void. Nay, a whore, to use as you please.
Okay, I was just joking.
Well, you are all alike, I say. Go on then, use me.
You are losing him, Samuel. It is time to remember what makes you special. You are not just a therapist, and you are not just a vampire. He is afraid, but you will conquer his fear.
You already know how? We just talked about pricks and he's just like, use me. So how do I conquer his fear with, you know what? That's probably not the right type of therapy I'm thinking about. Maybe it's something else.
Easy, boy, easy.
I shall not go easy. I shall not.
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. There's a good vampire.
Oh my god.
A good vampire? What on hell?
You're safe now. Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
What?
But
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies, ain't we?
buddies? Yes, a friend.
What's happening? What the fuck is going on?
A friend who wishes to help me.
You feeling better there, compadre?
I must confess that I am, though I scarcely understand how.
I just treated you like a little lap dog. I almost fed you some kibble there. And then you're just eating that out of my hand and just going like, wait, everything's nice now.
Hey, well, that's just great. I want this to be a comfortable place for you.
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting. It is no wonder that we find common ground.
How is therapy like acting?
It is the exploration of the soul, is it not? A journey into pain and truth. We see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but
Yeah.
it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
One of death's cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the mortal audience instead.
You care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
I mean, he's a theater guy, of course.
Of course I do. Why should I give a fig about what we dusty old folk think, eh?
Oh, I'm gonna use that now. Give a fig. Give a fig. Okay. I don't give a fig about my numbers.
Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
But all them folks die. You're what, 300 years old?
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
You cannot, you must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
Well, that's a fine question. I'll tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than the stage. What if theater just didn't exist?
What if we had online streaming? How'd you feel about that?
Perish the thought. Perish it with all due enmity. Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns.
Absolutely, you will do that.
You calling most of our kind parasites?
I am, for that is what we are, if we are nothing else.
All right, let's just forget the part where you're insulting
Except
other vampires,
vampires.
myself included. If you say that you're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna be scared as hell of not doing that thing.
As an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath. I am indeed cruel to myself. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well.
Yes.
Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
Vampires ain't got nothing to offer you.
Nothing they can give, no. Vampires do not understand the avant-garde.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna quote Interview with a Vampire and say, vampires that act like mortals that act like vampires. Wait, no, that's not a line. It's vampires acting like mortals acting like vampires. That's not the line either. Anyways, how avant-garde. Anyways,
Vampires have a lot to give. We got time to understand things mortals just can't.
I listened to Interview with a Vampire literally last week, and I can't remember the quote. God damn it.
I think you're painting vampire society with a pretty broad brush. We got some redeeming values.
Yes, also do not call us broads.
Oh, perhaps. But an understanding of the stage is not one of them. For upon that stage is power. The power to control the emotions of an audience.
Are you hypnotizing your audiences?
I may be a murderer, a drinker of blood, damned beyond redemption. But even I would not insult the craft thus.
But you think you can control them anyway? They're mortals, man. You know how unpredictable they are. They'll do what they're gonna do.
There's people that take off their clothes and start streaking on football fields, on basketball courts, wherever. You can't control that.
Nonsense. All that is required is a revolutionary talent. That I am blessed with.
What, to be able to eat your own asshole?
What if they can't recognize this revolutionary talent of yours? You know, there are some vampires who don't like Mexican blood on account of cilantro.
Okay, that's funny. Okay, that's really funny.
Now, I love me some Mexican food, but some of the crew I ran with couldn't appreciate it. They said the blood tasted like soap. You can't win over everyone.
Perhaps 'tis so. Such poor souls. To be deprived of something so refreshing and gratifying.
No kidding. I used to love cilantro back when I was alive.
Oh, to the devil with cilantro. I was speaking of myself.
No, I'd rather speak about cilantro.
You know, I see what you are doing. The motivations of man are well known to me through my art.
And what am I doing?
You are mocking me, undermining me, causing me to doubt myself. I know thy purpose, wretch.
I'm putting a mirror in front of you where you can't necessarily have mirrors.
This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim dominion over me.
Claim dominion over you seems to be pretty easy, since I said he's a good boy, he's a good boy, and then I could put a collar and leash on you. That would be so easy.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
So, now you doubt my sanity. Is there no end to your japes and jabs?
I don't know about japing.
I shall not break. Oh, you shall see. The tides of cruel seas will crash upon me, but I do not wither. I know thy game, trickster. You wish to keep me in your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me.
Yes.
You think you are clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile.
The worms in the Nile are probably not venomous. All of the I don't know.
Will, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I might hear thy bile.
My God, you're very ingrained into this. You're very inflamed into this conversation, my man. Tell him you do this free. Tell him you aren't a trickster. Tame him like a wild horse. You know what? It worked the first time. Might as well do it the second time as well.
Easy there.
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared. I ain't gonna hurt you.
But you want to hurt me.
Good vampire. Ain't you sweet? Yeah, it's all right.
You really don't want to hurt me. You'll keep me safe.
Oh no! No! He just wants a daddy dom. He just wants a daddy dog to tell him he's a good boy.
We're safe. Ain't no place safer than right here. We're friends. That's right. You're my buddy now. Just my pal Eddie.
In truth, I am oft left bereft of friendship. Our kind can be difficult.
You mean vampires?
No, actors.
Actors, yes.
To sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
You ain't alone, I promise you. Whatever bad stuff we're living, someone else has lived it already.
Also, how do you feel about living in a cage? Just asking.
'Tis so. Many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, with wonders of their craft consigned to history's dusty pages. Even the bard himself did struggle. There is some comfort in that.
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Indeed. I, too, am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my sore spot lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Wait, what kind of sore spot are we talking about? Because we're just talking about... You know what? I'm just gonna leave it.
Tain't my place to comment.
Taint? Taint my place to comment? That is on purpose. That is fucking on purpose. Oh, that's a pun.
Oh, it seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
You know what? Every time that I go like, oh, I'm gonna make a joke because, you know, I'm gonna go in a little double entendre, a little sexual thing on the way, I'm gonna be sly, you know, gonna be doing the joke. No, that isn't actually what they intended to do all this freaking time. I'm just picking up on it. We're all fucking horny on me now.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session. I think you did pretty dang well today.
Yes. Yes,
Pretty
I
dang
suppose
well.
I did. I am rather good at therapy, aren't I?
If you're here and wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must we?
That's right, Eddie. Okay, I'll see you in a few weeks then.
Aye, we shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Ah,
Dang, what the hell was that?
I know. It looks like he just like freaking slid out of the screen. Like that's kind of weird. He went that way and then you just appeared as well. That's a lot of like sliding that works with magic or sorcery or something.
One of the darker malignancies of the mind, dear Samuel.
You sure I'm up to this?
You were masterful, Samuel. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward.
And also tame a wild stallion, am I right?
And we must speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
Oh, that. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
I don't want to ask.
Save it for our next session. Rest, Samuel. You have faced a great danger. Now it is time to drink and be merry with the Goths.
Hold on. I'm taking a screenshot of this. Next time I'm going out clubbing, I'm going to use that line. Now it is time to drink and be merry with the Goths. That's gonna be my status on Facebook or
Not
something.
sure I'd call them merry, but they know how to cut loose. All right, Andy, I'll see you later.
Good night, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Be merry with the Goths.
Well, that was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. I probably want to forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot prepared for you.
Well, thanks, Crimson. What is that? A Bloody Mary?
No, a Bloody Steve. I think that's what he said his name was.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I can't make the jokes. They make the jokes themselves.
Of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
You know, it's funny. They're a little on the weird side tonight. Must be a full moon out.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met. The actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Well, seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Like Andy says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from. Feeling good about your session, though?
He was pretty confrontational, but he was happy to talk about himself at least. Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who've got nothing to say.
I get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to have no problems at all.
Well, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll be keeping me busy.
It's a big world out there, cowboy. Full of vampires with no self-awareness.
Well, ain't that the truth? Well, here's to change then.
To change.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh, this is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the source?
I suppose they wouldn't.
I'm not proud to drink blood, Sam. Wouldn't be doing it out here.
I didn't mean to cause offense, ma'am.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson. I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Damn right it is. Look, I have customers to deal with, but let me give you some advice, Buffalo Bill. No therapy in here.
Oh, she didn't like that.
What happens at Eminard happens with consent. Got it?
Oh, damn.
All right, that's fair, and my sincere apologies. It won't happen again.
That's right.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. I better get out of Crimson's way.
You.
Whoa, what the fuck? These are eyes. These are eyes. What the fuck? Panoptibilla?
Huh? Do I know you?
I know you. I've been watching you, vampire.
Deny it, play along, admit it. I'll play along.
Yep, that's me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see everything. My name is Panoptibella. It means I see all, and I am beautiful. I saw you in the kink room with Reinhardt and Maxi. And now I see that you are thirsty and would like to drink.
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck. I wish to see what it is like.
What the okay, what?
Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you.
There's gotta be consequences to whatever the fuck that had just happened.
You will go to your coffin now to sleep.
Well, if you wanted to cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after consuming the blood of another. I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Thanks, I guess. I guess I'd better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on long enough.
Yeah, that is absolutely normal. Absolutely normal.
Good evening, Samuel. I hope you are feeling well rested. I have a new client for you.
All right, he has a new client for me, but I'm not gonna do that. I think that's been going like well enough. I think we've seen like 2 characters. I think that's enough. That's enough for this. Also, this stream is running a little bit on the longer side than I wanted to, and I'm immediately talking about hunger, and all of this makes me hungry. Also, someone mentioned Wendy's earlier, and I've been thinking about a burger. So I think that's gonna be enough for this game for today.